2 News and You. News with you in mind. With Shauna Lake, Mark Cabell, and Dan Rascone in Utah County.
Welcome back. We have some breaking news to tell you about right now. Report of a house fire in the Holladay area.
And Sky 2 is overhead. This at actually 5020 South, 2010 East. This is in the Holladay area. We understand that fire trucks have just rolled up to the house. This blaze must have started and kindled very quickly because we didn't have word on this just a few moments ago. Sky 2 rushed to the scene. No word on whether anyone was inside at the time of the fire. But the word there at 5020 South, 2010 East, 2110 East, that's the correct address. Firefighters there. We'll let you know the latest as it becomes available for us. Sky 2 standing by. Other news now. That fire is going strong in Holladay right now. Here it is again, 5020 South, 2110 East. Have a little bit more information for you. The neighbors saw smoke and flames about 5:25, about 7 minutes ago, and then they heard a series of explosions. And you see what's happened here. It's called a 2-alarm fire right now. Firefighters are on the scene. This is an area in Holladay which has a number of expensive homes, and some of them are rather close together. Also, of course, if you're familiar with the Holladay area, so many people are, and lots of trees.
Yeah, you can see those trees right there, and boy, you can really see that fire just really burning intensely. We really don't have any word on people that may be at home or not, so we'll try to get that for you as soon as we can. But again, that fire, they're burning in the Holladay area, 5020 South, 2110 East. You are looking at our live view from our Sky 2 helicopter, and we will bring you more information on this story as it becomes available.
Doesn't seem like a very pleasant evening to be fighting a fire as well.
No, it does not.
Cold weather out there. I think in that area, however, there are the hydrant situation is pretty good. They've got a number of water lines going into the area, so that should not be a problem. But thankfully, they're on the scene, and hopefully those water lines don't freeze up. Anyway, the latest coming up. Stay with us, and the Sky 2 chopper as well. Salt Lake Police. All right, that fire burning in Holladay, Sky 2 over it right now, and it looks like firefighters are making some progress. We'll have the latest for you coming up.
And coming up right after the break, a 19-year-old Utah man.
The latest now on that fire that's in Holladay. It looks like firefighters remarkably have, well, they've gotten close to at least putting this fire out. Just a few minutes ago, this fire was a raging inferno. It's at 5020 South, 2110 East. That is an area that has a number of expensive homes, but also some new development in that Holladay area. 5:25 this evening, neighbors report flames. Then they heard what they thought sounded like several explosions. 3 engines on the scene now, 1 rescue truck. No one thought to be in the home. That's the latest word that we have. That's good news. But it may be a while before firefighters have some answers to what caused this fire and before we have any more reports on the exact amount of damage. Stay with us.
This week.
You're watching KUTV 2 News at 10.
Good evening. 20-foot flames, 5 fire trucks, and dozens of firefighters. That was the scene late today at a Holladay home.
That fire destroyed the home. Elizabeth Danheim live there now. And Liz, the owner's got to be devastated, you know, this close to the holidays.
Oh, very much so. It's really hard to imagine what he's going through. He came home tonight, you can see behind me, to find his home completely up in smoke. Everything was on fire, from his 2 new computers to his Christmas presents. Not much to be salvaged here. Brad Smith lost his home 1 week before Christmas.
Sky 2 was on the scene to capture the devastation. From the air, you can see just how quickly the flames spread.
The flames were high. It was burning high. I went in and called my husband. I was concerned because they were really going.
It took only 4 minutes for crews to reach the burning house, but by then, the fire was already out of control.
It became quite apparent due to the extent of the fire that we had to go defensive, which means we're going to pull our firefighters out and fight the remainder of the fire from the outside.
The Salt Lake County Fire Department suspects oil-based paint as a contributor to the blaze.
They were painting the hallway today, and that's right where the water heater is, and I'm sure it's the gas water heater. I'm sure the flames just ignited.
Ashley Rasmussen is the daughter of the owner of the house, Brad Smith.
Oh, I mean, I'm just devastated. You know, I grew up here, a lot of memories. I can't express how I feel for my father. I mean,
Smith lost everything he owned. The house is completely charred.
there's no furniture, you know, and there aren't even a frame. There isn't even a frame of a couch. The fire is just amazing. He lost a lot. I mean, he had a lot of new stuff he was bringing in, and all of his. He owns a business, and you know, he does a lot of his work at home, and yeah, Merry Christmas, right? The daughter is thankful that her father wasn't injured, and also the painter who was in the house at the time that the fire ignited, he also walked away from this unharmed. On a sad note, though, the family cat who was inside more than likely perished in the fire. Back to the studio.
Liz, those flames were huge. Were there any other houses affected by this nearby?
You know, luckily, no. It's amazing that no other house caught fire because there are a lot of tall trees that surround this home that really, they surround every home down this street. So it's really amazing that the fire didn't spark the trees and spark any other home. The firefighters really took a lot of care in making sure that these trees were wet to make sure that didn't happen.
Okay, Liz, thank you. Fire officials say damage could top $250,000.